then I put a 4-barrel kit on it, and I changed it to, I put duals and 4-barrel and all that on it, and it's just like the car just came alive. And then that was a stick shift in those days.
Which car was this?
The 55 Ford.
The 55 Ford?
Yeah.
This was the fastest car?
That was the one I did drag racing with, yeah.
And who did you drag race against?
Oh, anybody wanted to drag race. You always find somebody that says, hey, you want to try that with me? Oh, okay, why not, you know. So I would usually win most of the time. I've had a fast car, I really did. And that was when the 55 Chevys first came out with their V8. And they were the hottest thing out. But I could still take them.
In the Ford?
With that Ford, the way I had it, I redid the engine enough to boosted it up.
Did they know that you had it boosted up?
Well, I don't tell everybody everything.
So that was the Ford.
Yeah.
So you drag race in that, but didn't you used to race people on a racetrack?
No,
Not a track.
No.
This was street race.
This is street racing. It's just, you're going down the road and
Somebody would pull up at a stop sign or something and say, "Hey,
yeah.
you want to take me?"
You want to see if you can, you want to run me or something like that. I don't remember what the terminology is. But I say, yeah, I guess I can do that, yeah.
Now, did your mom and dad know you did that?
No, but all my dad knew that I went through rear tires like crazy.
Okay.
Dad says, I don't know how anybody can run,
So would they
your
go?
tires will go
would they
bald.
spin?
Oh yeah, you take off, fishtail.
Do you want to take it around to everybody? So
Yeah, I just run the rubber right off of them babies.
Okay.
you want to carry this and have everybody
So
pick
you
one?
mainly
Or do you want to give one to
drag
me?
race in the Ford.
That was my hottest car I had. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a taste of it when I had the 50 Ford because a lot of us guys at school would drag race and stuff like that, and just other cars like mine and stuff. But that wasn't when I got my 55 Ford, and later on, I had that thing all. I had it kind of customized and everything else, and
there's Nana.
I don't know
Do you want
if
to
people
open yours,
just
Nana, to
figured
see
that
if
I
it's
had
somebody?
duals and all that stuff,
Wait a
noise
minute,
and
then
stuff.
wait, we're not opening them.
People, I was down in Sioux City a lot of times, just cruising around Sioux City, and guys would come up to me, "You want to race me?"
Do you guys want to open them to make sure?
Yeah. I remember we went all the way out to.
Make sure it's not your man. She's passed. Or
Oh.
your kids, like right? Because I feel like make sure it's not somebody in your immediate family.
You want me to grab one?
She's gonna get herself something good. She's going beyond the $50. Okay. This is our. You want to hold it? You hold it.
Let's see.
Let's see. You want to see? Ask Julie. Say, is yours okay? Can you ask her? Say, is yours okay, Julie? Hey, don't pick nose. It's gross.
Mine's good.
Mine's good.
I know, she's picking her lips. Okay. Lips, sweet. Is yours good? Okay.
So
Tell Papa, say, open it.
was that your favorite car though, the Ford?
Oh, that was my fun car. I guess you want to call it my fun car. I had a lot of fun with that one, yeah. And I kind of customized it, and I put a Pontiac grill in it. Took my Ford grill, put a Pontiac grill in it. Took all the chrome off and let it all in, so it was everything was smooth
In this Ford.
in this Ford, yeah. And I
Papa, Bruce house.
I'm good. And I put, of course, I had duals exhaust. I had twin steel pack mufflers on it, and I had what the hell will do that? I had lowered it, and I had cruiser skirts on it. Yeah, it was kind of a neat car.
So which car did you have white walls on first?
Oh, all the cars had white walls in those days.
Say, you want to,
They
she
didn't-
has one for you. See if that one works for Hallie. All right, well, wait, and then we'll take it down to Zach and Daddy. Wait a second, let's see if it works. Is it okay? Okay. for Hallie.
But I had, you know, that I just kind of, that was, car I played around like, yeah. I had some Laker pipes on it and all that stuff.
On the Ford?
Yeah. I don't have a picture of all that with it, all that stuff on it. I don't know why I don't, but I don't. But I did do all that. But I had the thing of it was, it was the way I designed that engine. My cousin bought a Thunderbird engine, Ford engine, to put in his 50 Ford he had from a junk dealer up in someplace up in one of the towns out there. And so it was sitting in my garage, and that engine had the 4-barrel on it. And he was never using anything because he didn't have what he needed to convert his other car. So I told him, I said, I'll tell you what, I want your 4-barrel. And I'll put my 2-barrel on yours, and then whenever you decide ever to get yours done or whatever. So that 4-barrel I took off of his, put it on mine, and I, of course, had to change the diaphragms and a few other things to make it all work. And boy, I tell you, that when I put that foot feed down on that thing, them 4 barrels opened up and took off like a shot.
Sounds like a shotgun.
Yeah, it was fast, yeah. Pretty fast for a 55 Ford. 55 Fords weren't all known for that, except mine. So, but I kind of modified it to do all that, yeah. But that was my fun car, I guess you would. That was when I was 17 going on 19. So that's,
So you had that for 2 years?
yeah, I had it for about 2 years.
And which car did you have when you met Sue?
That was my 62 Corvair.
So that's the car you had when you met Sue's Corvair.
Yeah, I tamed down a lot since then. I wasn't doing any drag races. Now, when I had that 60 Chevy, that was the red one with the two-door hardtop. That one was a classy car. It was real classy. It had a 350 in it, but I had the turbo glide in transmission in that one. Came that way. It really wasn't any good for drag racing, but top end, it was excellent because it had one of those transmissions that keeps torquing all the time. So I had a lot of guys, I'd be coming down from Hayward or something, and they saw me and they try to pick a race with me, and we get going down Highway 10, and then after about a mile, I just passed them right up. Because I could torque that thing out, and all of a sudden it'd be up to 110, 100, whatever it was I was driving. That was kind of crazy in those days.
And you just pass them? You just smoke them?
Yeah. Then I'd pull over and stop. And, oh yeah, that thing is really fast. I said, well, yeah, when I get it opened up, it does.
Was it like on a wide open road?
Yeah, on the highway. None of us should be doing that. It was dangerous.
Did you ever get pulled over?
But that was rural areas. You didn't have that much traffic, so you just learned how to drive it that way. I had to take a ditch one time I had a drag race, and I was neck and neck, and so I pulled over, and then because the car was coming, I pulled over, and the guy didn't give me enough room, so I went down on the side. That's all. It's the worst it ever
Did
been.
it mess up your car?
No, just off the side of the road a little bit, in the grass. Didn't hurt me.
So did you ever race Rod? No.
No, he never had nothing. He was in the service during all that time anyway. He went, I guess it was in, 56 is when he went in the Army.
Oh.
Right, December of 56 or something like that. So yeah, no, that was later on. And then, so I never got into that kind of stuff with him. He had an old, if I remember, he had when he was dating my sister, he had I think it was a 48, 47 Chevy or something like that. They were dogs. They weren't nothing for that. They were just cars.
Right. Huh.
But when it got in the V8 world, you know, and that's where I fit into it. Even my 50 was a V8. It was what they called a flathead V8, but it was a V8.
So, V8s. So, what was the most expensive car that you bought back then?
What type of cars?
Yeah, what was the most expensive car that you purchased?
Oh, I always stayed with Ford and Chevy, of course, and I always bought the upgrade enough where I didn't buy like sedans after that. I went and bought hardtops, and so they were a little upgrade, but still they were still $2,000. You know, you could buy a goddamn car for $2,000.
Yeah. But then you put a lot of money into them, like in your tires and your...
Well, in the 55 Ford, I run through a lot of stuff, yeah. I went through a lot of tires, yeah. But then after I got out of high school, I didn't do that stuff anymore. I was done. And after I bought my first nice car, my 59 Ford, when I traded that 55 in for that 59 Ford, I changed. I took care of my cars after that. And not that it hurt them any, but
You didn't run them as hard.
I didn't run them like that, no. And I went from standard shifts to automatics and stuff like that, so. And then the only other thing I did do with that 59 Ford, I wanted to hop that one up too once after I had it for a while. And then in Hayward, the Ford dealer there had a Interceptor, had one of these Rancheros with an Interceptor in it. So he wanted to trade me engines for that. He wanted to render in. He said, "I'll trade you out for that Interceptor." So I did fall for that. That was the stupidest thing I ever did, but that was a real fast engine, and I got it. But I had nothing but trouble with it. So then that's why I bought the 60 Chevy, and I got rid of it.
Because you didn't like that engine.
No, I didn't. It didn't work out for me at all. No. No, I was one of the stupidest mistakes I ever made. You know, that cost me $500 because I had to invest in that deal. Sounded like a good deal at the time, but didn't turn out to be that.
You should have known when he said that. Something was not going to work out for you.
He came out ahead on that deal. Of course, he was the dealership, so he's the one that did all the work on it. He's the one that traded, had all the engines switched out and everything. It didn't cost me a red cent, but I had to pay that to boot overall to get that all done because I was upgrading my engine from a Interceptor from a regular to small V8 version.
Did you bring you did the apple pie? Do you see ice cream? I don't
Yeah, there's ice cream in there
You
too.
want to get that?
Yeah,
Anyhow.
yeah.
But anyhow, that's kind of how they all went.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I got a lot of stories behind all that.
yeah, well, if you notice in your photos, your cars look pretty shined up and nice,
Oh yeah.
and you got your suit on,
Oh yeah.
and
but
most of them too.
That's when I quit doing all that stuff. I was a normal guy then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but when you met Sue, you had the Corvair.
Yeah. That was when I bought the Corvair. Yeah.
Is that a car that you liked, Corvair?
Oh, it was something different. You know, they were showing a lot of that Corvair just came out with that little two-door hatchback thing, and I had a little two-seater. I had a little rear seat too. It was a rear-wheel driven thing there, and I thought that was kind of clever. So
what kind of enticed you about a car? Was it the ads, or back then did they have like commercials, or did you
I don't know.
go and like test drive cars, or did your buddies have cars, or?
Well, I guess you just see them on the street, go to the dealers, check them out, look at them, talk to people. I guess I don't know, but
You got to test drive them though, right?
I didn't test drive the Corvair though. I just knew I wanted it.
Was it brand new?
Oh yeah, bought that. Even ordered that one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had.
Was that one of the first ones you ordered?
Yeah, that was the first car I ever ordered. Yeah, because I wanted it to be silver gray. I wanted a red interior. I wanted a couple of things on it that I couldn't find. So
That was the first brand new car you ordered
yeah,
like that.
that was the first brand new one, and that was I can't remember how much I paid for that thing. I think it was under $2,000. I think for the whole car. Yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me get the ice cream. What one was it? Your
Nin-
favorite truck?
95 GMC Sierra.
The grain truck.
I just bring the boat to us all the time.
It was like driving the Cadillac.
Oh yeah, it's just so nice to drive down the road with that thing.
Real smooth.
Yeah, easy to drive. It's just hell of a road. Just a nice, fun thing to drive. I like that one.
In a car on our lap.
So the one that I had was linen.
No car
I
seat.
did
And the only reason I got rid of it,
but the issue with
I
it is
was
like
going to help Mark out buy that,
Oh.
like, you know, oh, this was low.
buy the Explorer, and I knew a guy wanted my truck at the same time.
This like lower one
So I thought, well,
when it's like not
if I can get
you can't do that.
get out what I think I should get out of it, I'll help him out on his, because I wasn't really using the truck that much anymore.
No, I know.
So then
That's wild.
I bought,
Was the rate of
so then I
Kyle's death so
asked this guy if he still wanted my truck, and oh yeah, so he test drove it and everything. Yeah, he came with my terms. We worked out a deal anyway.
well, not safer, but
So then I bought the '98 Explorer. Which I had for a long, long time. I had it a long
No, you
time.
did have that a while, didn't you?
You'd watch them, of course. Now, they're 8.
And the only reason I got rid of it
You don't let them
was because so many things that had to be fixed on it.
The Explorer.
Yeah, in order to even pass the inspection, it was like $2,000 or something just to pass an inspection, because everything had a lot of things that were going wrong all at one time. And so,
It always happens like that.
yeah, so I either had to fix it or sell it.
watching him.
And so then I decided, maybe I'll get rid of it. I don't really need it. But I was going to buy another small truck. That's what I was saying.
So somebody said,
And that was another mistake I made. I should have just spent the money, fixed the truck, and then drove it the way the SUV or the Explorer. I should have kept it.
Because what did you buy after that?
Oh, that Ford Ranger, that white Ford Ranger.
You didn't have that very long, did you?
Well, I had a couple of years.
and these kids said that he grabbed some candy.
I had it in 2000. I sold it in 2000.
Didn't know.
I made a deal. That's when I bought my new Honda car. I sold
And then I told them,
Ashton my old Honda, like 2014, and then I made a deal and traded in the truck, and then that's when I went down to one car. I said, I don't need two vehicles. It cost me too much money to keep an extra vehicle around here. I hardly ever drove it. I was trying to get excuses to drive it,
Right.
and that was dumb. You know, I said, why am I spending this kind of money? And insurance was pretty high on those, you know. So,
Personal property tax.
yeah, pray that too.
Wait, where drew up France? What? You drew up France? What was France?
And then
Oh, you did?
it was still an old vehicle. I had to get things fixed on that too.
Yeah.
I made a. It was really good. It was like
I know it cost me $1,300 once to fix it. I had to replace a transmission cable
I had to use a heavy cream,
because I couldn't shift these gears right.
and I got like
And then I had a antifreeze leak It turned out to be a whole system that you could only buy. You couldn't buy aftermarket for that. You had to buy it through a Ford because nobody made it.
Oh,
I got stuck with that. So I remember it cost me $1,300 to get the car out of the garage for them. So and I said,
you didn't make out very well.
I
on that.
didn't make out
No.
of it, no. It was a good car, a good truck, but too many things, little things. Well, anytime you get close to 100,000 miles on anything, things are ready to go. Something's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen. It's going to be a toss-up.
Mm-hmm.
Travis, I told him, I said, this is a funny story, actually. But then, so afterwards, though, I made actual whipped cream. It was so good. Like, thick.
Okay.
Delicious. Shaq's whipped cream.
Wow, look at you being your little housewife. Wow.
Wait, did you have the snap you sent me when you were in St. Louis and Travis make that, or did you make that?
It was a mistake. It was he made it. He drove it on the grill, yeah.
You said it was delicious.
Oh, it was the best steak I've ever
And then you made all the sides.
I did. We love that.
It was so good.
That's exactly.
You made the Brussels sprouts? Was it?
But I made those,
Yeah, the Brussels
I drive anything for a couple of years is way too long. I had to get rid of it.
You start getting antsy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Connor and I do.
And she knew me like a book. Because you remember I always,
Yeah, see, I'm not here to see what you're going out.
he knew when I got car fever. Now what
You
do know?
disappear for the day and
I'd be with dealers looking at different
Yeah.
things, yeah. Yep, I like my cars.
It has a little, oh, your side.
Of course, years ago, you used to do your own maintenance. You do a lot of your own work and everything too.
nowadays you can't.
You can't do that anymore.
No, because of all the electronics.
Too technical now.
They do that on purpose.
Yeah.
That makes you keep coming back so you can look at the other cars on the lot.
Kind of like a little annoying that
It doesn't help, that's for sure.
kids or they're not like understandable because I think that they're like, oh, let's go and do that. And he's like, I don't think you realize like what it's like to have children at all.
Nowadays they don't even hardly make any cars anymore. All these dealers, they hardly make any cars. They're all SUVs.
Seems like it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Prefer to stay home.
I mean,
If you want a regular car, it's hard to find.
Ford. Does Ford even make cars?
Oh,
What kind of cars does Ford have?
they still make,
Which car does Ford make?
I've been away from them so long, I don't choose.
They don't make a Taurus anymore.
No,
They make Mustangs.
they still make the Mustang.
Yeah, but that's more of a sport.
Yeah, sport car, but they have, what are some of those names? I don't pay attention to them anymore.
Yeah, they don't really make a family car. It's either an SUV.
No, they
van?
do. They do make a family car. And at one time they used to call it a Fairlane 500, but I don't know what they call them now.
Chrysler, do they make a car?
Yeah,
Chrysler 500 or
they make that. Yeah, they have a 300. They have a 300 they made here a few years ago. And then I think that they even, I don't know if they make, they used to have a 500, but I don't know if they make that anymore either.
see Chevrolet took out the Malibu. They made a Malibu
Well-
up until this year.
They have a Malibu and they got the Impala. They still have those.
They have the Impala, but they took out the Malibu this year.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
they
know.
took the Malibu out and they're putting in the EV, electric battery.
They put man hybrids
Yeah,
or electric cars. Or,
yeah.
yeah, I just don't pay much attention to that stuff anymore. I was a frequent visitors to all the car shows.
Yeah.
I went every year. I had to see my cars, yeah. So I always kept up on that stuff, yeah.
But a lot of them have taken out an actual car and they make them all like SUVs, like the smaller SUVs.
Yeah, well, they make a lot of that now, yeah. And I can understand. I remember when I sold my 08 Buick, I knew I was done with cars too. And just stepping down into those things, stepping back out of them. After I bought my first SUV in that Honda 2014, I knew right away I'd never buy another car as long as I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because these cars are getting so low now. They didn't used to be that bad, but now they're almost on the ground.
They're low riders.
Well, just like your Honda's about like that too.
Oh, yeah, my Honda car it's low.
Yeah. And you have to get way down to get in the darn thing. Yeah.
So,
No, I knew that was when I made the big change. I said, no, I'm an SUV guy now. Of course, then I had the Ford Explorer, so I knew what SUVs were like. So I already kind of got liking that part of it.
well, and now they make them a little bit smaller and the ride is smoother.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Explorer was pretty trucky yet.
Yeah. It was still a little bit.
Yeah,
Bumpy.
it had a stiff ride to it, yeah. That's true. But it had all the necessary power to go with it, though. See, that was the whole thing.
That was still a V8, right?
That was the V8 that Mark had gotten.
Yeah.
And that was the what they call a 5.0,
What does that mean?
5.0 liter.
Oh,
That was the V8 that was the Ford's big breadwinner. They made that engine for years and years, the 5.0. It was a good engine. It was just a good workhorse. And so they quit making them now, but at that time that was a pretty important engine. So they were able to put it in some Explorers, and that the LTD and then the LTD edition, they put that 5.0 in. You couldn't get it in the lower line. No.
oh,
So the LTD came with that. You know. Oh, it was a good vehicle. And the only thing that cost so much is had anything worked on it. It seemed like that engine was just packed in there, and
it was hard to get out to work on it.
it was hard for mechanics to get in there to work on stuff.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah.
Are you sure? No, I'm sure. Thanks for the offer.
That's one of the reasons I didn't get some of the things done I needed, because they had to lift the engine out of there to fix it.
So it costs more to work on them. Yeah. 57
Mercury.
Mercury.
A guy wanted my 60 Chevy, two-door hardtop I had. He wanted it, but he had a 57 Mercury four-door sedan. So the only way I could get out from under the payments was to trade him, and then he paid me the difference, and then it took me up. That way I got out of my payments, because I didn't want to own anything, or as far as money goes, I just had a car.
Right.
So that's how I got into that deal. So I took the Mercury as was. I didn't make any difference what it was. I was going to go in the military at that time.
So you didn't want to have any payments when you went to the military.
I didn't want any. I wouldn't have had any that way.
Right.
I would have owned a car, but I wouldn't have had any payments.
That was the push button.
That was the push button one, yeah.
Right.
But that's how I ended up with that Mercury.
So that's not really the car that you would have picked.
No, it was just convenient the way it worked out.
Right.
And it was probably a smart thing I did at the time, but after it turned out I didn't go in the service anyway, because I decided to change my mind. And then that's the reason a little later on I was driving that four-door Mercury around. I thought, God, this is not a kid's car at all, you know. So I decided to. Then was down running through Akron and, one day, and I went by the Chevy dealer, and he had a 57. That's when I bought the 57 Chevy. He had one sitting on the lot. And I said, "Ooh, I like that." That was one ideal. So that's how I got the 57 Chevy. So I traded my Mercury in there. I had to give a little bit to boot to make that happen. 57 for 57, but a Chevy. It was a lot better car than the one I was driving. So that's how I got that.
So you didn't really have that push button very long.
Oh, let's see. I had that. Let's see. How long would I had it? I think I traded down about in the 1st of March, and that following summer, spring, maybe 6-7 months I had it. Yeah.
So that's probably one of the shorter cars that you
Oh yeah, that was my shortest
Yeah.
ownership I ever had. Yeah.
had. So that was one that you were like, you drove it as long as you had to.
Yeah, until I was first just going to keep it, and then I was going to go to the service, and it would just be something I'd have when I get home, and I'll
Yeah.
trade it in for something. And as it turned out, I didn't. I decided I wasn't going to go into service anyway, so then I decided just to get rid of it, and then I run it. But I didn't want to run my payments all back up again, so
Right.
I saw that 57 Chevy, so I thought, I'll swap them out, and that's how I got
But your payments weren't that much more, though.
no,
right?
no. Then I had a little bit. I had a little payment because I had to give something to boot to it, but that was it.
But you went into the Army, though, anyways.
Oh, that was later then. I got drafted later on. That was after I was at Metsu and all that.
Oh, okay.
That was before I even started working for American.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, see, I was working for a farmer's co-op in Ireton, Iowa, after I got out of high school. That was my full-time job. I worked there for 1 year, and then I decided to go to airline school. So that's when I came to Kansas City, and then I went back. I didn't get a job. They were supposed to place me, but nobody got a job then. So they all went back home, and then we were all trying to find jobs. So that's the reason I decided to go in. I was going to go in the Army then. Hell with it. I'll just go in, because I'm going to get drafted someday anyway. What's the difference? Might as well join.
Right.
I was going to go in the Air Force, not the Army. I was going to go in the Air Force. That's what I wanted to do. So then I went down there and got all with the recruiter, and I had everything all done. All I had to do is just sign the papers, come down there, and then I decided, I don't want to do this. This is not what I think I'll just back out. So I didn't, and that's the reason. But I had the Mercury now,
Yeah.
and so then that's how I did it. Yeah.
Did
So-
you ever talk to your dad about what you should do?
No,
You didn't.
he kind of left me alone.
He didn't say what you should do.
No, really, he didn't. I don't know why. He should have, probably.
What do you think you would have said?
I don't know. He just probably figured, well, you do what you think you can do, and that's it. And
Was he ever in anything? The Army or?
no. My dad was too young for World War I and too old for World War II. He just had that certain age.